right? This morning, I want to take us across to Belgium for a little bit because our very own Keshav and Mr. Raka, who is a DJ and producer, they are performing in Tomorrowland in Belgium this weekend. So this morning, I want to chat a little bit with them. Keshav, Raka, good morning.
Morning, morning, TNT.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing this morning?
What time is it?
We're good, man. We're good.
All right. So
Every
let me start with you, Raka. I understand that back in 2020, you would have had the opportunity to do some performances, or you were lined up to do some performances that you and Keshav were supposed to do together, but it didn't really pan out because of the pandemic. You want to give us a rundown of how that went?
Well, now for Tomorrowland, especially, I've been trying to take Keshav with me for a couple of years, and now just after the pandemic, they just call me like, "Hey, yo, Keshav, is he ready?" Of course, we're ready.
Now is the time.
Now is the time, man. All right,
Right.
and Keshav, tell me the plan. You're just gonna go there and mash up the place. I mean, you have your own music now. You're an artist. You're also still a DJ, still performing, doing just now stuff. What's the plan in Tomorrowland?
Well, we've been working on original music for some time, as you know, Jaron. And, we actually put out the Badang Rhythm in 2019, which was a pretty successful soca rhythm featuring Marshall, Ricardo Drew, Olatunji, Kevin Little, Chromatics. Who else?
MX.
It was a big rhythm. MX
MX Prime.
Kevin Little. Yeah, Jaron knows. But yeah, man, we've been working since then, back and forth. I've been to Belgium a few times. He's been to Trinidad a few times. There's a catalog of music that we've been developing that kind of encapsulates the traditional sounds of TNT in a context that works in this market, in this setting, in festivals, and in this part of the world.
Yeah. The
All
big goal is actually to produce an album that is recognized as soca in Trinidad and Tobago and works at the same time in Europe and also gets recognized as soca.
And I get to sing as well too. So this is amazing GT for me. Get through. Big thanks to Raka for inviting me, and I'm really happy to be here and to be able to represent Trinidad and Tobago and get my new material out there for those amazing fans.
Of course. Raka, what is it about soca music that made you fall in love with it?
Okay, I think the infection came like 6 years ago. No, I first fell in love with dancehall and reggae music,
Right.
but like message-wise and production-wise, it was like kind of going down, and then there was like that funny, happy music going from Trinidad and Tobago soca that I didn't could get any info on, and bit by bit, just the energy, the vibe, it's that just is, and it always brings everybody together. It
Yeah.
never divides. So that's my big love for it. That's the power of music at its best.
And you know that's something that I think we take for granted here in Trinidad and Tobago, that we don't realize the power that it has, because it does bring a lot of people together, especially for those 2 days on the road and the whole season leading up to it. But Keshav, tell me the importance to you of performing in a festival like Tomorrowland.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a forefront festival. Soca music is forefront music. It should be in the forefront. And it's as simple as that. And for me to be able to bring my vibes as a Trinbagonian man, as a Caribbean man, direct to this massive dance music festival, it's going to be something interesting to behold. So we have 2 tries at it. We get this Sunday, then the following Sunday, because it's a multiple weekend festival. And yeah, man, just grateful. And I do think that this is where we should be. And hopefully it leads to more communication between Europe and Trinbago, and our music is more and more understood. And this guy is a perfect ambassador for it. And he's a teacher, and he's been teaching in schools with Trinidad and Tobago's history and history of Calypso and Carnival in his curriculum, right? So you can explain them about that.
So they asked me to teach the culture class, and now it's a goal-oriented class. So the subject, we can choose it ourselves. And I actually started teaching from the 1st of September to the last of the year, a full course only about Trinidad and Tobago's music, history, and culture.
Hmm.
The kids never heard of it before. They love it.
Raka,
They
what
love
age
it.
group? What age group are these children?
They are 14, 15 years old. 15 years old.
Okay, so our
Yeah.
equivalent to secondary school, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
third year secondary school. Yeah.
And what is the response when you teach them Trinidad and Tobago's culture and history?
Well, I teach in a pretty mixed city, so my students come a little bit from everywhere. We have different backgrounds, and there's a lot of, they love the music because I always start with the music, so that's always number one.
Of course.
And they love the fact of actually hearing the history of this world from another standpoint that is not Center European. So watch the world from a different place through music. That was my course. So
nice, man. Love to see it, and thank you so much for the representation and the ambassadorship, sir. Please continue to do the great work. To you both, Keshav, of course, you're also an ambassador, whether you want to accept it or not. You are an ambassador as well, and we thank you for the great work that you've been doing. Please keep it up, and we want to check in with you guys again to see how the Tomorrowland performance went. Yeah.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for having us, TNT. Wow. You will see what we will do at Tomorrowland soon enough.
We're ready.
Blessings, fellas. Enjoy the time. Take care.
Yes, sir. Peace, bro. Yo.
That's Keshav and DJ Raka. They're out in Belgium getting ready for Tomorrowland. Their performances this weekend and next weekend in Tomorrowland.
I was just about to say, make sure the distinction is there that it's not happening tomorrow. Tomorrowland, and just say it. But anyway, next week we're getting ready to find out how that went. We're rubbing off on me. Dad jokes. All of us ate it.
You see how she blamed me? How she gonna blame me, boy? This is why crime will never done in this place and all, you.
Happy Friday, guys. It's in our morning show, and we're going to continue with so much more. We still have to tell you all about Tobago Heritage Festival. We still have performances. We have a few things you could buy, even. But
there
you know,
is also the Pieces of Me concert that's coming up, and we're going to have two artists in studio who are going to be telling us about that. I know that the Mayaro Rio Claro Regional Corporation, they're also celebrating their upcoming Diamond Jubilee, and so we are going to be having the chairman coming in and just telling us what sort of activities we can look forward to with that Jubilee celebration. I believe it might be a few days that they're going to be celebrating with cultural events and activities, so we look forward to that as well.
And we've also been having Christmas in July on Sweet 100.1 FM, and this morning we're going to be having a little chat about a Christmas little sale happening, you know what I mean, a Christmas market. Even though it's July, we could do a Christmas and July market.
I feel like y'all need to start to prep early for Christmas, honestly. So just pay attention, guys. Stick around. This is the Now Morning Show, your Friday edition. You do not want to miss it.